extra time.
Beautiful picture of you at home wishing the team on the best with your new arrival. But what has it been like for you watching and now coming back into the fray?
Yeah, it was different. It certainly was different, and I suppose it was quite hard in some ways. You want to be there, you want to be involved, and having played 80-odd games on the bounce, it was quite difficult to sit there and watch every ball and know you can't really affect things. But these times and the situation we find ourselves in, you have to do the right thing. And away from the actual cricket side of things, it was really special to have that week and a bit at home with the family. First time round with Alf, had 2 days at home and then had to fly to India. And it was 5-6 weeks before I saw him again. So to get that time at home is something that I'll savour for the rest of my life and really appreciate.
If I can be cheeky and just get one more in, if possible, Joe, just on the task ahead with the West Indies, who are clearly growing in confidence. Jason Holder, is performing brilliantly as a player and as a captain as well. What do you need to do to square the series and get level with them and be in a position to possibly win back the Wisden Trophy? Because they're a very, very much improved, very, very strong side.
Yeah, I mean, simply score more runs than take 20 wickets. It will be as simple as that. That's what we've got to do. We know that they're a very well-oiled bowling attack in particular, and they've proven that in recent contests between the two teams that they're more than capable of beating us convincingly on occasion. So we know that they're a strong team and they're a difficult team to beat, but we also know what we're capable of as well. And one thing that we've always been very good at is when we've had difficult games and we've had a tough week, we've bounced back very quickly and very strong. We've learnt lessons throughout series. So I expect nothing different this time round. We've got a team and a squad that have a fantastic attitude, and they will be desperate to come back out and really put in a strong performance, and that's hopefully worthy of winning.
On Jos Butler, he's obviously struggling for form at the moment in Test cricket. I mean, can you or Jos or anyone in the England setup sort of put your finger why on such a talented batsman in white ball cricket, he's scoring so many runs, seems to be struggling so badly in red ball cricket?
I think you look at Jos and you look at the game last week, and I know we're in a results business and I know that we are judged on our performances, but you watch how he batted in that first innings. I thought it was it's technically as well as he's played for a long time, and I think his game's in a really good place, and it's a matter of time before we see some of those special innings that we've seen in white ball cricket and its performances in that arena transfer across. He's someone that's a big part of our group, has been for a long time. He's a great thinker about the game, big senior player within the dressing room across the formats, and just feel he's not far away from really grabbing Test cricket and taking it and really running with it. So I've seen big strides with him off the field in terms of his technical game, and I suppose you almost want him to just find that balance and that mindset that he can have in white ball cricket and add it to what is definitely a technique and a game that can thrive in Test cricket.
I mean, did you literally watch every ball?
Not quite every ball. I had to go and hit some balls myself at certain parts, but I did end up watching a lot of it, yeah.
And how frustrating an experience is it? And is it worse, actually, being watching on TV from 250 miles away as your team end up losing?
It was challenging. I think more so because you're fully fit and you feel like you could be out there, and it's just a very strange set of circumstances that stops you from being. But at the same time, I think that Ben as captain did a brilliant job. He had some very difficult decisions to handle and to manage, and actually I think on the ground and throughout the game in particular, he managed things very well. But one thing I was really pleased of, actually, you look at the performance for the first 2.5 days, we were probably behind the game, and we managed to find a way of resting ourselves into a position where we could win the game. And I think in the past, sometimes we've sort of fell away a little bit early. Going into those last 2 sessions, we still had a real chance of winning the game. So I think that is, in a way, a small step forward for us. Of course, we couldn't quite get across the line, and look at the back end of our second innings. That really did hurt us, but I think there was a lot of positive things to take from it, and you could certainly see that, sat watching at home. But yeah, I was at times I would have loved to have been there.
Just Ben sort of upset, given the job back to you with the team 1-0 down in the series. I mean, that would have kind of annoyed him, I guess. But.
Well, I think one thing from Ben is it's not going to change his approach and the way he goes about things. He's very much a leader within the team anyway, as vice captain. And as a senior player, he's someone that will try and grab the big moments and really lead the way. And whether he's got the armband or not, that you can always count on him, and he's going to give absolutely everything for you. So I'm sure in many ways his approach won't change, and I'll still be taking advice from him for sure.
Did you have any input into the big decisions before the match last week? For instance, would you have left Stuart out?
Yeah, I did have an input. I didn't think it was fair to leave it all on Ben as captain, and as a selector, you have your say. But ultimately, you want him to be happy with the team that he takes on the field. And it was a decision that wasn't taken lightly. It was something that was well discussed, and there's been a lot of talk about Stuart missing out on that game, and at no point does anyone think that any less of him, or the fact that he's not capable of doing special things in the Test arena, especially in home conditions. But as I mentioned earlier, there are other guys within the squad as well that might feel hard done by, that also average around the 20 mark in the last couple of years. So that's the competition for places that we have in that department. We're very blessed with a number of guys that can come in and have proven that they can perform here in English conditions. And that's exciting. And one thing that you'll get from Stuart when he gets his opportunity again is he'll be desperate to prove a lot of people wrong, and to go out there and put in a real strong performance. And that's how I suppose you get that strength in depth, is from guys like that, showing how it's done when it's their turn to do so.
I know you can't confirm a squad at the moment, but can you just say the sort of things that you're having to weigh up, not just in terms of naming a squad, but also for the 11 that will take the pitch tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we'll have to have another look at the wicket at some point. I've got a good idea of what it looks like, as I said. And there's a few things that we need to clear up in-house as well, just making sure that everyone pulls up as we would like. And just being really clear on what we think's the best thing for the team throughout these 5 days and moving forward.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.